A silent girl floors a bully with one move, igniting a school uprising against cruelty. Like and subscribe to catch every pulse-pounding moment of her fight for justice in our latest video. Ava's boots struck the polished floor of Jefferson High's packed hallway, her navy blazer and skirt matching the uniform C, but her presence, a 16-year-old black girl, eyes blazing with unyielding resolve, carved a silent storm. New to the elite American high school, her national martial arts championship and scars from past school violence were secrets locked tight. She'd survived worse racial taunts, fists, betrayal, but Jefferson's halls, ruled by wealth and privilege, were a viper's nest. On her third day, Ryan, the quarterback kingpin, blocked her path, his Letterman jacket a throne, his crew Tyler, Nate, and Jake grinning like hyenas. Lost. Ghetto girl. Ryan sneered, his hands snapping out, yanking Ava's skirt up, exposing her thigh to a roaring crowd. Show's free. He jeered, phones flashing as students laughed, filmed, and chanted slurs. The hallway throbbed, a crucible of cruelty, but Ava stood still, her breath a blade, her gaze drilling into Ryan's smirk. 10, she said, her voice low, lethal, slicing the chaos. The crowd froze, jeers choking. 9, 8, she continued, each number a gunshot, her eyes pinning Ryan's fading grin. Phones wavered, the air crackling, students stepping back. Ryan's face twisted. You crazy. Bitch, but at 3. Ava struck, her hand flashed, locking his wrist, twisting with bone-cracking precision, dropping him to his knees in 3 seconds. His scream sharp, echoing. She released him, stepping back, her voice ice. Enough. Ryan crumpled, clutching his wrist, his crew stunned, the crowd gasping, phones immortalizing the fall. Ava turned, her gaze searing the cameras, unflinching, then strode through the parted sea. Ryan's howl, "You're fucking dead," a hollow threat. Whispers surged, slurs hissed. She's done for, but Ava's heart pounded, her secret a wildfire. In the bathroom, Ava gripped the sink, her reflection a warrior, her skin a target in Jefferson's whitewashed halls, her old school's beatings a ghost. She'd vowed to never bow again, but Ryan's crew, backed by his board member dad, owned the school, and her scholarship was a fragile lifeline. The video was already viral. Classmates stared, some in awe, others spitting thug under their breath. Ava ignored them, her mind on survival. But the principal's office loomed, its silence a warning. At lunch, the cafeteria was a minefield, Ryan's crew glaring, their table a fortress. A girl, Sarah, approached, her voice shaky. That was brave, but Ryan's untouchable. Watch your back. Ava nodded, clocking Sarah's brown curls, her fear a mirror. Another girl, Mia, with glasses and a notebook, slid beside her. School paper. I'm exposing these assholes. Join us. Ava's eyes narrowed, the risk massive, but she nodded. Talk later. Mia scrawled a note, library, 3 p.m., in English class. Ryan's absence was a void, but Tyler dropped his pen, kicking it into Ava's desk, his whisper venomous. You're out of here, black girl. Ava kicked it back, her stare a blade, the room tensing. Tyler flinched, but smirked, his crew's eyes burning. After class, Ava found her locker trashed, books shredded, go back scrawled in red paint, the racial stain raw. She cleaned it, rage simmering, knowing Ryan's wrist was bruised but his power was a machine. In the library, Mia, Sarah, and a third girl, Emma, waited, Emma's voice breaking Ryan's crew. They groped me, called me trash. She showed bruises, and Ava's past roared, bullies breaking her ribs, teachers looking away. We fight, Ava said, her voice steel. I'll teach you, Sarah gasped. Mia's pen flew, and Emma nodded, tears falling. We need proof. Mia said, Cameras? Ava agreed. The plan sharp trap Ryan's crew, shatter their throne. That night, Ava's foster home was still, her guardian working late. She drilled katas in her room, her body a weapon, the video replaying Ryan's fall. Her stand. She texted Mia cameras tomorrow. Jim? Mia's reply was swift. Gear ready. Let's hit 'em. Dawn broke, and Ava met the girls in the empty gym. Mia, clutching a micro camera, catches the locker room, she whispered. But boots echoed Nate. Ryan's enforcer. Early, his bulk looming. The girls dove behind bleachers, Ava's heart a jackhammer, her bike chain in her pocket. Ready. Nate rummaged, muttering. She's toast. Oblivious to the camera, Mia rigged an event. He left, and they exhaled. The device live, recording. Classes were brutal. Ryan's crew circling, Jake bumping Ava, his elbow jabbing her ribs, pain searing. Ava stood, her glare silencing his laugh. The crowd filming, slurs flying. She's a gangbanger. By lunch, a new video spread Ryan's fall, mocked, but a counter video hit Ava's face, edited with chains, captioned Jefferson's slave. Ava's tray shook, but Sarah's voice cut through. We've got you, Mia added. Cameras set for tonight. The gym was tense, the coach ignoring Ryan's crew as they loitered. Tyler tossing a ball that grazed Ava's temple. Blood trickling. Ava caught it, throwing it back, her stare lethal, and walked off. Their taunts a swarm. Mr. Carter, the janitor, handed her a rag, his voice firm. You're bigger than their hate. Kid. His words anchored her. But danger was a blade. On the bus home, Ava's phone buzzed Mia's text, camera caught gold. Check now. In her room, Ava linked with the girls. The footage raw Ryan, Tyler, and Jake. Midnight, planning to teach the black girl a lesson. Their slurs vicious, a bat in Ryan's hand. Ava's fists clenched. Her choice made justice over fear. She wrote a letter to the principal, her words a scalpel, demanding action, and slid it under his door at dawn. As she laced her boots, the city's pulse a war cry. Ava knew this was her fight, and she'd strike with the fury of a survivor. Ava's fingers gripped the pen, her words carving a silent ultimatum onto the paper. Ryan's crew runs this school with hate. Act, or the truth will. The 16-year-old black girl, her martial arts scars hidden beneath Jefferson High's navy blazer, folded the letter, her pulse steady despite the storm she'd ignited. Yesterday's hallway showdown, Ryan's skirt yanking taunt, her 3-second takedown. Now a viral video had branded her a target. The footage from Mia's hidden camera, showing Ryan's crew plotting racial pranks with bats and slurs, was a ticking bomb. But Ava's scholarship teetered, and Ryan's board member dad held the school's leash. She slid the letter under Principal Hargrove's door before dawn, her boots silent on the polished floor. Knowing justice was a fight, not a gift. At school, the hallway was a gauntlet, students whispering, that's her. She's crazy, some in awe, others spitting slurs under their breath. Ava's locker, still scarred with go back, reeked of fresh paint. A new warning scrawled, dead girl. Ryan's crew Tyler, Nate, and Jake lurked nearby, their glares venomous. Ryan's wrist braced but his smirk intact. Ava ignored them, her eyes scanning for allies. Sarah, Mia, and Emma, the girl she'd met yesterday, found her at lunch, their faces tense. They groped me again. Emma whispered, her bruises fresh, her voice breaking. No one listens. Sarah's eyes darted. Ryan's dad's untouchable. Mia, clutching her notebook, leaned in. We've got footage, but we need more. They're planning something tonight. Ava's jaw tightened. The jock's power thrived on fear, and her stand had cracked it. We hit back, she said, her voice low, lethal. Meet me after school. I'll teach you to fight. The girls nodded, their fear giving way to fire. In history class, Miss Ellis's lecture on civil rights hit hard, her glance at Ava sharp with pride. Some fights change everything, she said, and Ava felt the weight of her words. Tyler sat 2 rows back, dropping his book, his foot kicking Ava's chair, his whisper a blade. You're out of here, thug. Ava's fists twitched, but she turned, her stare ice, silencing his smirk, the room tensing. After class, Mr. Carter, the janitor, swept the hall, his eyes warm. You're shaking him up. Kid, he said, handing her a clean rag. Keep going. Ava nodded, his support a spark. But Hargrove's office loomed, her letter unanswered. The cafeteria was a war zone. Ryan's crew holding court, their laughter a taunt. A new video hit phones Ava's takedown, dubbed with racial slurs, captioned Jefferson's gangbanger. Students snickered, but Sarah's hand grazed Ava's, her voice firm. We're with you. Mia pulled up her laptop, showing the locker room footage, Ryan bat in hand, vowing to break the black girl. We need their phones, Mia said. Texts, plans, everything. Ava agreed. The plans sharpening hacked their secrets, trapped their hate. After school, Ava led the girls to the gym's back corner, the air thick with sweat and resolve. She taught them basic stances, wrist locks, nerve strikes, her voice calm, commanding. You don't need strength, she said, adjusting Emma's grip. You need precision. Sarah's kicks grew sharp, Mia's focus fierce. A mom fear fading. Why help us? Emma asked, her voice small. Ava's eyes darkened, her old school's beatings flashing. Because no one helped me. The girls trained, their bond forging. But footsteps echoed Nate, scouting, his bulk a threat. Ava signaled silence, the girls crouching behind mats, her bike chain ready. Nate muttered, she's here somewhere, and left, oblivious to the camera still rolling. They exhaled, but the close call burned. That night, Ava's foster home was quiet. Her guardian shift, late, she drilled katas, her body a weapon, and linked with Mia online. The new footage was gold. Tyler texting about a midnight hit on a freshman. Jake hiding a bat in his locker. Ethan, Mia's tech contact, joined. His hack pulling Ryan's emails plans to frame Ava for vandalism. We take this to Hargrove, Mia said. But Ava shook her head. He's bought. We need the board. They planned to rig cameras in the principal's office, catching Hargrove's next move. Dawn broke, and Ava arrived to chaos, her locker now bolted shut. A knife jabbed through the metal. Leave carved deep. Ryan's crew smirked from the hall, Tyler tossing a coin that grazed her cheek, blood trickling. Ava wiped it, her glare a promise. But Hargrove passed, his glance cold, muttering, trouble follows you, is Carter, Ms. Ellis Wheat, her voice sharp. It's not her trouble, it's theirs. Ava's rage simmered, but Mia's text grounded her office cameras set. Tonight's big. Classes were hell. Jake tripping Ava, his knee slamming her thigh, pain flaring. Ava stood, her stare silencing his laugh. Students filming, slurs flying. She's toast by lunch. A new note hit her tray. Ryan's scrawl. Run or burn. Ava showed the girls, their faces grim. They're scared, Sarah said, her voice steady. Emma added, we're ready. Mia synced the cameras, the feed live. After school, Ava trained the girls harder, their locks snapping, their kicks fierce. Mr. Carter lingered, his nod firm. You're building something, kid. But danger was a noose. On the bus home, a rock shattered the window, grazing Ava's shoulder. Ryan's crew speeding by in a truck, their laughter a blade. Ava's blood dripped, but her resolve was steel. The cameras were rolling, the footage piling, and Ryan's crew was unraveling. She texted me a board meeting's hour shot. At home, Ava's foster mom hugged her voice fierce. "You're a fighter. Ava, don't stop." The words burned, and Ava laced her boots. The city's pulse a war cry. The letter was sent. The girls were rising, and Ava was ready to strike where it hurt most. Ava's fist snapped through the air, her shadow slicing across the dimly lit gym of Jefferson High as she drilled wrist locks with Sarah, Mia, and Emma, their breaths sharp in the after-school silence. The 16-year-old black girl, her martial arts prowess a guarded secret, corrected Sarah's stance, her voice calm but commanding. "Keep your elbow tight. Hit the nerve, not the bone." The girls, bruised by Ryan's crew, Jefferson's untouchable jocks trained with fierce focus, their fear forging into resolve. Yesterday's footage, captured by Mia's hidden cameras, showed Ryan plotting a midnight hit with bats, his racial slurs a venomous thread. But Ava's letter to Principal Hargrove had gone unanswered, and the rock through the bus window, grazing her shoulder, was a warning Ryan's crew was hunting. Her scholarship hung by a thread, but Ava's fight was for dignity, and she'd armed these girls to stand with her. The gym door creaked, and Ava signaled silence, the girls ducking behind mats, her bike chain in hand. It was Miriam Carter, the janitor, his broom a quiet sentinel. "Keep going, kid," he whispered, his eyes warm. "You're building something." Ava nodded, his support a spark. But the school was a battlefield, and Ryan's board member dad held the high ground. At breakfast, the cafeteria buzzed, students staring Ava's takedown video, now a school legend. But slurs like thug and gangbanger hissed in corners. Ryan's crew sat at their table, Tyler tossing a coin that clipped Ava's tray, his smirk a blade run. "While you can, black girl." Ava caught the coin midair, flicking it back, her stare ice, the room tensing. Sarah's hand grazed hers, a silent vow, and Mia whispered, "Cameras live tonight. They're moving." Ava's pulse spiked. The jocks, were planning something and their locker room plot was their weakness. In history class, Ms. Ellis's lecture on resistance movements felt personal. Her glance at Ava sharp with pride. "Courage changes systems," she said. But Nate, Ryan's enforcer, sat nearby, dropping his pen, his foot kicking Ava's desk, his whisper sharp, "You're done." Ava turned, her voice low. "Try me." Nate's smirk faltered, the class watching. But Hargrove's shadow loomed. His office had called Ava for a talk tomorrow, a trap to silence her. After class, Ava found her locker bolted, a new slur. "Die." Bitch carved deep, Ryan's signature clear. She pried it open, her book soaked in ink, rage boiling. But Mr. Carter handed her a towel, his voice firm. "They're scared, kid. Keep pushing." Ava nodded, her resolve steel, and met the girls in the library. Emma's voice shook. "They cornered me again. Said I'm next." Mia pulled up new footage. Ryan, Tyler, and Jake, midnight, rigging a freshman's locker with paint bombs, slurs scrawled inside. "We need their phones," Sarah said, her kick sharper now. Ava agreed. The plan involving hack Ryan's crew, catch their orders, expose their network. Ethan, Mia's tech ally, joined, his laptop glowing. "I'm in their emails," he said, pulling texts about framing Ava for theft. "They're hitting the gym tonight." Ava's eyes narrowed. Another chance, another risk. The girls trained harder, teaching nerve strikes, her movements a dance of power. "You're not victims," she said, locking Emma's wrist, releasing gently. "You're fighters." Their bond tightened, but footsteps echoed Jake, scouting, his bat tapping the floor. Ava shoved the girls behind bleachers, her chain ready. "Hard hammering," Jake muttered. "She's here," and swung his bat, smashing a mirror, glass raining. Ava tossed a water bottle, the clatter pulling him away, the camera still rolling. They exhaled, the footage gold, but the close call was a blade. That evening, Ava slipped into the school's basement, the girls trailing, Ethan rigging a new camera in Hargrove's office. Its feed live to Mia's phone. Catches his desk, Ethan whispered, but a door slammed Hargrove. Early, with Ryan's dad, their voices low, plotting. She's trouble, Hargrove said, pocketing an envelope. Mia filmed, her hands shaking, the evidence seismic. Ryan's dad left, but his words lingered. End her scholarship. Ava's blood ran cold. The game was rigged, but she was ready. They slipped out, spotting Tyler in the lot, slashing Ava's bike tires, his knife glinting. Ava charged, her lock snapping his wrist, dropping him. Mia filming. Tyler howled, "You're dead," but security lights flashed, and he bolted, the camera catching it all. At home, Ava's foster mom hugged her voice fierce. "You're my warrior, Ava, don't bow." Ava nodded, her shoulder throbbing, and linked with the girls online. The office footage was damning Hargrove's bribe, Ryan's dad's threats, but Ethan's hack revealed more. Ryan's crew planned to ambush a freshman tonight, blaming Ava. "We stopped them," Ava said, her voice steel. The girls agreed. Their training a vow. Dawn broke, and Ava arrived to chaos, her locker now painted with a noose. Leave scrawled, Ryan's crew smirking. Hargrove called her in, his tone slick. "You're causing trouble, Ms. Carter. Rethink your choices." Ava stood tall, her voice sharp. "You rethink yours." Ms. Ellis waited outside, her nod fierce. "Board's meeting soon. We're with you." The gym was tense, Jake tossing a ball that grazed Ava's head, blood trickling. Ava caught it, throwing it back, her stare lethal. The crowd silent. Mr. Carter handed her a rag, his voice warm. "You're close, kid." On the bus home, Ava's phone buzzed. Mia's text. "Ambushes tonight. We're ready." A new video hit her face, dubbed with chains. Jefferson's trash. Ava's fists balled, but Sarah's voice echoed. "We've got this." The cameras were live, the footage piling, and Ryan's crew was cracking. Ava laced her boots, the city's pulse a war cry, ready to lead her girls into battle. Ava's boots pounded the Jefferson High gym floor, her shadow weaving through the dim light as she drilled nerve strikes with Sarah, Mia, and Emma, their gasps sharp in the after-hours silence. The 16-year-old black girl, her martial arts scars hidden under her uniform, adjusted Mia's grip, her voice steady. "Aim for the joint, not the arm. Precision wins." The girls, forged by Ryan's crew's cruelty, groping, slurs, bruises trained with a fire that matched Ava's. Their bond, a shield against the jock's rain. The footage from Mia's cameras, now piling up, showed Ryan plotting a midnight hit and Principal Hargrove taking bribes from Ryan's dad. But Ava's scholarship was a tightrope, and the rock through the bus window, blood still crusted on her shoulder, was a vow of vengeance. Tonight, Ryan's crew planned to frame Ava for theft. Ethan's hack revealing their texts plant drugs in her locker. Call security. Ava's jaw clenched. She'd turn their trap into their tomb. Mr. Carter, the janitor, lingered by the door, his broom still, his nod firm. "You're changing this place, kid." Ava's eyes met his, gratitude a spark, but the school was a viper's nest, and Ryan's crew was coiled to strike. At breakfast, the cafeteria crackled, students staring Ava's hallway takedown a legend, but slurs like thug and tramp hissed louder. Ryan's crew fueling the hate. Tyler tossed a juice carton, splashing Ava's tray, his smirk venomous. "Jail's waiting." Black girl. Ava caught the carton, crushing it, her stare ice, the room tensing. Sarah's hand steadied her. Mia whispering, They're setting the trap today. Locker room, noon. Ava nodded, her pulse a drum. The jock's frame job was her chance to flip the script. In English class, Ms. Ellis's lecture on justice stung, her glance at Ava fierce with pride. Truth breaks power, she said. But Jake, Ryan's muscle, sat nearby, slipping, his elbow jabbing Ava's ribs, pain flaring. You're done, he hissed. But Ava turned, her voice low. Keep swinging. Jake's grin faltered, the class watching, phones twitching. After class, Ava found her locker rigged a padlock, not hers, sealing it shut. She pried it with a hairpin, finding a baggie of pills inside. Ryan set up clear. Mia filmed. Sarah and Emma standing guard. They're training sharp. We take this to the board, Mia said, but Ava shook her head. Not yet. We catch them planning it. Ethan's hack confirmed Ryan's crew would hit the locker room at noon, swapping Ava's bag for a decoy. The girls planned to ambush, cameras ready. The locker room was a trap, the air thick with bleach and menace. Ava and the girls hid behind lockers, Mia's camera live, Ethan monitoring from the library. At noon, Ryan, Tyler, and Jake strode in. Ryan's wrist braced, his bat tapping the floor. She's done, Ryan growled, pulling a baggie, planting it in Ava's bag. Tyler swapping her books for fakes. Ava signaled, and Sarah tossed a water bottle. The clatter pulling Ryan's gaze. Who's there? He barked. Bat raised. Ava stepped out, her voice ice. Caught you. Ryan lunged, his bat swinging, but Ava dodged, her lock snapping his good wrist, dropping him, his scream echoing. Tyler charged, knife glinting, but Emma struck, her nerve strike grazing his arm, slowing him. Mia filmed, Shripe Offraw tackling Jake, her kick landing, the jock stumbling. Security lights flashed. Mr. Carter bursting in, his voice thunder. Enough, Ryan's crew froze, the baggie in plain sight. Mia's footage streaming to Ethan's backup. Security cuffed Ryan and Tyler, Jake bolting, but the evidence was ironclad. The girl stood tall, bruised but unbroken, Apa's eyes blazing. Hargrove stormed in, his face red. This is Kate. It's Carter, but Miss Ellis arrived, her voice sharp. It's justice. The board's waiting. Parents were already gathering, phones buzzing with Mia's stream. The truth, a wildfire. Ava's shoulder throbbed, but her spirit soared. The frame had failed, and Ryan's crew was cracking. That afternoon, Hargrove called Ava to his office, his tone slick. You're risking everything, young lady. Drop this. Ava stood firm, her voice cutting. You drop the bribes. Hargrove paled, but a knock interrupted Ms. Ellis with a petition from parents demanding Ryan's expulsion. The board meets tomorrow, she said, her eyes fierce. Ava nodded, but Ryan's dad's shadow loomed, his influence a noose. Outside, Mia and Ethan waited. Ethan's laptop showing new texts, Ryan's dad hiring a lawyer to spin the drugs as Ava's. They're desperate, Mia said, her footage now with a local reporter. Sarah and Emma hugged Ava, their faces fierce. We're ready. The gym was tense, Nate tripping, his knee grazing Ava's shin, blood trickling. Ava stood, her glare silencing his laugh. Students filming, slurs fading. Mr. Carter handed her a rag, his voice warm. You're close, kid. After school, the girls trained harder. Ava teaching joint locks, their strikes lethal. Ethan rigged a new camera in the boardroom, catching Ryan's dad's next move. That night, Ava's foster mom held her, her voice fierce. You're rewriting their rules, Ava. Ava grinned, her shoulder bandaged, and linked with the girls online. The new footage showed Jake meeting a shady figure, trading cash for dirt on Ava. Ethan's hack pulled emails, Ryan's dad pressuring the board to expel Ava. Not Ryan. We hit the board meeting, Ava said, her voice steel. The girls agreed. Their bond, a fortress. Dawn broke and Ava found her locker painted with a noose. Die scrawled. Ryan's crew's last gasp. Hargrove passed, his glance cold. But Ms. Ellis stood by Ava, her nod fierce. Tomorrow, we win. On the bus, a new video hit Ava's face, dubbed with screams. Jefferson's threat, Ava's fist balled, but Mia's text cut through board's hours. Cameras live. The evidence was a blade. Ryan's crew was bleeding, and Ava was ready to end their reign. Ava's fist slammed a gym mat, her wrist lock snapping Sarah's arm in a drill, the 16-year-old black girl's voice cutting target the joint. Not muscle. Mia, Emma, and Sarah struck back, their moves precise, fueled by Ryan's crew's hate slurs, assaults, bruises. Mia's hidden cameras had caught Ryan plotting with bats, Principal Hargrove pocketing bribes, but Ava's scholarship was a razor's edge, her shoulder crusted with blood from the jock's rock. Ethan's hack exposed Ryan's planned plant drugs in Ava's locker, frame her for dealing, tip security. Ava's eyes burned time to crush their trap. Mr. Carter, the janitor, stood by the gym door, nodding, "You're their nightmare." Kid. Ava's jaw tightened, her fight for dignity afire. In the cafeteria, Ryan's crew glared, Tyler hurling a milk carton at Ava's head, snarling. Prison's waiting. Thug. Ava caught it, crushing it, her stare a blade. Students freezing. Mia hissed. "They're hitting the locker room. Noon." Ava's pulse roared. She'd catch them mid-act. English class crackled, Jake's elbow smashing Ava's ribs, hissing. "You're gone, black bitch!" Ava's voice slashed, "Keep trying." Jake recoiled, the room tense, phones twitching. Ava's locker was sealed, a baggie of pills inside Ryan's frame job. Mia filmed, Sarah and Emma guarded. Ethan's hack pinning the jock's noon move. Ava's plan ambush. Expose. End them. The locker room reeked of bleach. Ava and the girls crouched behind lockers, Mia's camera streaming, Ethan watching from the library. Ryan, Tyler, and Jake stormed in, Ryan's bat thumping, wrists braced. "She's done," Ryan growled, shoving pills into Ava's bag. Tyler swapping her books for fakes. Ava sprang. Voice ice game over. Ryan swung his bat. Ava sidestepped, her lock twisting his wrist, bone cracking, his scream piercing. Tyler pulled a knife, slashing, but Emma's nerve strike hit his elbow. Knife clattering. Sarah tackled Jake, her knee slamming his gut. Mia filming. Ryan lunged, bat raised, but Ava's kick snapped his knee, dropping him. Tyler scrambled, grabbing the knife, but Mr. Carter burst in, roaring, "Stop!" Security cuffed Ryan and Tyler, Jake sprinting out, the baggie glaring, Mia's footage live to Ethan's drive. Hargrove charged in, face purple. "You're expelled." "Carter, Ms." Ellis countered. "You're caught." Hargrove. Boards watching. Students swarmed, phones blazing, parents rushing in. The truth a grenade. Ava's shoulder bled, ribs aching, but she stood unbowed. Ryan's crew shattering. Hargrove's office was a trap, his voice oily. "And this, or you're out." Ava's reply cut, "And your lies." Hargrove paled. Ellis storming in with a parent petition, "Expel Ryan." "Fire Hargrove. Board votes tomorrow," she said, eyes fierce. Mia and Ethan waited outside. Ethan's hack showing Ryan's dad hiring a lawyer to spin Ava as a dealer. "They're panicking," Mia said, her footage with a local reporter. Sarah and Emma gripped Ava's hands, their voices steel. "We're ready?" The gym pulsed, Nate's fist grazing Ava's jaw, blood trickling. Ava's glare silenced him. Students hushed. Mr. Carter tossed her a rag. "You're winning, kid." The girls trained, Ava's joint locks ruthless. Ethan rigging a boardroom camera. At home, Ava's foster mom held her, voice fierce. You're rewriting their world. Ava linked with the girls. New footage showing Jake trading cash for proof Ava's a criminal. Ethan's hack pulling Ryan's dad's emails to crush her. Boards our arena, Ava said. Voice iron. Dawn broke. Ava's locker smeared with a noose. Die. N scrawled. Ryan's crew's venom raw. Hargrove sneered. Passing. But Ms. Ellis blocked him. Your time's up. A new video hit Ava's takedown, dubbed with slurs. Jefferson's felon. Mia's text burned. They're ambushing a freshman tonight. Blaming you. Ava's boots hit the floor. The city a war drum. The girls armed up. Sarah's kicks lethal. Emma's strikes bold. Mia's camera a sword. Ethan's hack traced Jake to the school lot. Planning the frame, Ava led the girls, slipping through shadows. Spotting Jake and a new kid. Cornered. Jake's bat raised. Ava struck. Her lock snapping Jake's wrist. Dropping him. Sarah and Emma pinning his arms. Mia filming. The freshman fled. Safe. Jake cursing. You're dead. Security lights flared. Guards cuffing Jake. The footage is searing. Back at the gym, Ava drilled the girls. Their bond a fortress. Ryan's crew was fracturing, but his dad's lawyer was a shark, spinning Ava as a violent outsider. Ethan pulled a text. Ryan's dad bribing a board member to expel Ava. Mia's reporter contact was ready. The board meeting looming. Hargrove called Ava, his voice a hiss. Confess or lose everything. Ava's reply was a whip. You confess, Ms. Ellis waited, her petition swelling, parents chanting outside. The school was a powder keg, Ryan's crew bleeding, but their hate was a live wire. Nate's last jab in the hall missed. Ava's dodge swift, her glare lethal. Mr. Carter clapped her shoulder. Finish it, kid. Ava's foster mom's words echoed. You're their reckoning. The boardroom camera was live, the girl's fists ready, his heart a furnace. She laced her boots, the city's pulse a battle cry, her fight for justice a blade, poised to cut Ryan's empire to ash. Ava's boots hit the Jefferson high hallway, her steps a war drum as she strode toward the boardroom, the air thick with the buzz of students and parents. The 16-year-old black girl, her shoulder bandaged from Ryan's rock, clutched Mia's USB drive, loaded with footage Ryan planning drugs, Hargrove taking bribes, Jake's bat-wielding threats. The board meeting tonight was her arena, but Ryan's crew Tyler, Nate, Jake, and their suspended leader were cornered beasts, and their board member dad was a shark. Ava's scholarship teetered, her fight for dignity, a fire against their hate. Sarah, Mia, and Emma flanked her, their fists trained, eyes fierce from Ava's martial arts drills. Ethan, their tech ally, trailed, laptop glowing with hacked texts, Ryan's dad bribing a board member to expel Ava. We've got them, Mia hissed, her camera ready. Mr. Carter, the janitor, nodded from the sidelines. End it, kid. Ava's jaw clenched, ready to strike. The cafeteria roared, students chanting, justice but slurs thug. Trash cut through. Ryan's allies spitting venom. Nate shoved past, his elbow grazing Ava's ribs, snarling. You're done, black girl. Ava's lock snapped his arm, twisting just enough. His gasp sharp, students gasping. Try again, she said, releasing him, the crowd parting. Miss Ellis, watching, gripped Ava's shoulder boards packed. You're not alone. Ava nodded, her pulse a storm. In the boardroom, parents packed the seats, phones out, reporters lurking. Hargrove sat, face red, Ryan's dad glaring, his lawyer a shadow. Ava stood, voice steel. Ryan's crew framed me, bullied others, used slurs. She plugged in the USB. Mia's footage blasting Ryan shoving pills in her locker. Tyler's knife, Jake's bat, Hargrove pocketing cash. Gasps erupted. Parents shouting, Expel them, Ryan's dad roared. It's fake, but Ethan streamed hacked emails, bribes, threats to end the black girl. The board froze. Reporters filming. Ava's truth ablade. Sarah stood, voice shaking. They groped me, Mia added. They bruised me. Mia's footage rolled Ryan's slurs. Jake's ambush. The board chair, pale, called for a vote expel. Ryan, Tyler, Nate, Jake, hands shot up. Unanimous. Parents cheering. Ryan's dad storming out. His lawyer trailing. Hargrove slumped. His rein cracked. But Ava's eyes scanned danger wasn't dead. Outside, Tyler and Nate waited, bats in hand. Nate's voice a hiss. You're dead, bitch. Ava signaled the girls. Sarah's kick ready. Emma's strike poised. Tyler swung. Ava dodged, her lock snapping his wrist, dropping him. Nate charged, bat raised. But Emma's nerve strike hit his arm, bat clattering. Sarah tackled Nate, her knee slamming his gut. Mia filming. Students swarmed, phones blazing. Parents restraining the jocks, security cuffing them. Mr. Carter roared, back off his broom, a shield. Ava stood, ribs aching, blood trickling, but unbowed, the crowd chanting her name. Ms. Ellis hugged her, voice fierce. You broke their system. Hargrove's office called Ava, his voice weak. You've won, but at what was Ava's reply, cut your job. Parents booed Hargrove, demanding his resignation. The board nodding. Mia's footage hit local news. Reporters flooding in. The school's shame global. Ethan's hack pulled a new text. Ryan's dad hiring thugs for payback. Ava's pulse spiked. The board win was a spark, but the fire was alive. That night, Ava's foster home was quiet. Her mom gripping her hands. You're my hero. Ava linked with the girls. Ethan showing new footage, Jake meeting a thug. Cash for a hit on Ava. They're desperate, Mia said. Her reporter contact pushing for arrests. Sarah and Emma trained. Their locks lethal. Ready for war. Ava's shoulder throbbed, but her spirit burned. Dawn broke. Ava's locker clean. A note inside, thanks, from the freshman you saved. Her heart lifted, but a new video hit her face, dubbed with slurs. Jefferson's enemy. Ryan's crew was cuffed, but their hate lingered. At school, the hallway parted, students nodding, slurs silenced. Miss Ellis pulled Ava aside, boards firing Hargrove, starting an anti-bullying task force. You're leading it. Ava hesitated, the weight heavy, but nodded. For them. Mr. Carter clapped her shoulder. You're their voice, kid. The gym was electric, the girls drilling, Ava teaching strikes, their bond iron. Ethan rigged cameras for the task force launch, catching any last moves by Ryan's allies. A new threat hit Nate, bailed out, spotted near the school, knife in hand. Ava led the girls, slipping through the lot, finding Nate cornering a freshman. Ava struck, her lock snapping his wrist, dropping him. Sarah and Emma guarding, Mia filming. Security pounced, cuffing Nate, the freshman safe, students cheering. Ava's ribs screamed, but her eyes blazed. The jock's empire ash. The board announced Hargrove's exit, Ryan's crew facing charges. The task force official. Ava stood with the girls, their fists raised, parents chanting. No more hate, Miss Ellis and Mr. Carter grinned. The school shifting. Ava's foster mom hugged her, voice fierce. You changed everything. Ava laced her boots, the city's pulse a battle cry. Her fight for justice a legacy, ready to lead her girls to reshape Jefferson forever. Ava's boots slammed the Jefferson High gym floor, her wrist lock snapping Sarah's arm in a drill. Voice sharp, hit the nerve, hold tight. Mia, Emma, and Sarah struck back. Kicks crisp. They're training a blade honed by weeks of fighting Ryan's legacy. The anti-bullying task force, Ava's brainchild, had reshaped the school Ryan's crew expelled. Hargrove gone. Ryan's dad arrested, but Ethan's hack flagged a new threat. Kyle and Drew, Ryan's old allies, were back, targeting freshmen with fists and slurs. Tonight's task force workshop was a beacon, but Ava's ribs, bruised from the lot brawl, ached, and her girls were ready for war. Mia's camera hummed, eyes fierce. We're filming the workshop. Any move, we're live. Ethan, laptop flashing, hissed. Kyle's texting a crew. They're hitting the cafeteria. Lunch. Ava's jaw clenched. Mr. Carter's nod from the door, a spark. Finish it, kid. The cafeteria roared. Students chanting no hate. But Kyle's glare cut through, his fist clipping Ava's tray, snarling. You're done. Ava's lock twisted his wrist, dropping him, his yelp sharp. Students gasping. Try harder, she said, releasing him. The crowd silent. Ms. Ellis gripped Ava's arm. Workshops at 3. Stay sharp. Ava's pulse pounded, the fight far from over. In the hallway, a freshman, Tim, ran up, voice shaking. Kyle's crew cornered me, called me trash. Ava's blood boiled, Emma's fists tightening. They're ours. Mia pulled footage. Kyle and Drew, midnight, smashing a freshman's locker, slurs scrawled. Ethan's hack caught texts, hit the new kids, blame Ava. Ava's voice was steel. We stopped them. No fists. Sarah nodded. Their plan sharp used the school's zero-tolerance policy. Turn the jocks' rules against them. The workshop room buzzed, students packing seats. Ms. Rivera praising Ava's task force. Ava stood, voice clear. No one's prey. She showed footage. Kyle's locker vandalism. Drew's slurs, students shouting. Kick them out. Ethan streamed hacked texts. Kyle planning a cafeteria ambush. Drew's knife order. Ms. Rivera vowed suspensions. But Ava's guts screamed Kyle was moving now. Outside, Kyle and Drew waited, bats in hand, cornering Tim. Kyle's voice a snarl. Snitch. You're dead. Ava led the girls. Sarah's kick ready. Emma's strike poised. Mia's camera rolling. Ava stepped out. Voice ice back off. Kyle swung. Ava dodged, her lock snapping his wrist. Bat clattering. Drew lunged, knife flashing. But Emma's nerve strike hit his arm, knife falling. Sarah tackled Drew, her knee pinning him. Mia filming. Tim fled, safe. Students swarming. Phones blazing. Teachers restraining the jocks. Security cuffing them. Mr. Carter roared, enough, his broom a shield. Ava stood, ribs throbbing, blood trickling, but fierce. The crowd chanting. Ava, Ava, so. Ellis hugged her. You flipped their game. Ms. Rivera vowed they're gone. The workshop resumed. Ava teaching self-defense. Students flocking, their fists raised. Kyle and Drew faced expulsion, their crew shattered. But Ethan's hack flashed. Ryan's last ally, a senior named Cole, was rallying stragglers, targeting the task force. Ava led the girls to the lot, Ethan tracking, Mia's camera live. Cole cornered a freshman, bat raised, snarling slurs. Ava struck, her lock snapping his wrist, dropping him. Sarah and Emma guarding, Mia filming. The freshman escaped, security pouncing, cuffing Cole. Students cheering. Ava's ribs burned, but her eyes blazed. The jocks venom ash. That night, Ava's foster home was still. Her mom's hug fierce. You're their savior. Ava linked with the girls. Ethan showing text. Cole's crew dismantled. Arrests rolling. Mia's footage hit news. Jefferson's rebirth viral. Sarah and Emma drilled, their strikes bold, ready to lead. Ava's shoulder ached, but her spirit soared. Dawn broke, the hallway clean, a letter in Ava's locker. You gave me courage. from Tim. Her heart lifted, but a new video hit her face, dubbed with slurs. Jefferson's rebel? Ryan's crew was gone, but hate's echo lingered. At school, students nodded, fear fading, task force posters everywhere. Ms. Ellis pulled Ava aside. You're a legacy. Mr. Carter clapped her shoulder. My hero, kid. The gym pulsed. Ava drilling the girls. Their bond iron. Ethan read cameras for the next workshop, catching any last threats. A new issue arose. Cole's cousin, Matt, intimidating a freshman. Ava led the girls, finding Matt in the alley, crowbar raised. Ava's lock snapped his wrist, dropping him. Sarah and Emma pinning him. Mia filming. Security cuffed Matt. The freshman safe. Students chanting. Ava's ribs screamed, but her resolve was steel. The jock's shadow fading. The task force grew. Ava teaching classes. Students empowered. Ms. Rivera announced a district-wide anti-bullying program. Ava's model leading. Parents cheered. No more hate, but Ava stayed quiet. Her foster mom's words burning. You're their light. Ava laced her boots. The city's pulse a battle cry. Her fight a legacy. Her girls a vanguard, ready to guard Jefferson's dawn forever. Ava led a task force meeting in the Jefferson High conference room. Her voice firm as she trained Sarah, Mia, and Emma in self-defense strategies. Their focus razor sharp from months of fighting Ryan's crew. The anti-bullying task force had reshaped the school. Ryan, Tyler, Nate, and Jake were expelled. Hargrove was fired, and a district-wide program was launched. But Ethan's hack flagged a final threat. Matt, Cole's cousin, was rallying a small group, targeting new students with slurs and intimidation. Today's task force conference, where Ava was the keynote speaker, was a target. And with her ribs still sore from Drew's attack, she and her girls were ready for the last fight. Mia prepared her camera, saying, we're streaming the conference. Any trouble, we expose it. Ethan, checking his laptop, added, Matt's group is planning a cafeteria ambush at lunch. Ava nodded. Mr. Carter's words echoing, you've got this. The cafeteria was tense, students chanting, no hate, but Matt shoved past Ava, snarling, you're finished. Ava countered his push, making him stumble. Students cheering. Last chance, she said. The crowd hushed. He backed off, but Ava knew he'd strike soon. Ms. Ellis approached, saying, the conference is at noon. You're their leader. Ava's resolve hardened, the fight nearing its close. At lunch, a freshman, Lila, rushed to Ava, voice shaking. Matt's group is threatening my brother. Ava's anger flared, Sarah clenching her fists. They're done. Mia showed footage. Matt and two allies trashing a freshman's locker, using slurs. Ethan's hack revealed their texts. Hit the new kids. Blame Ava. Ava's plan was clear. We use the school's rules against them. No violence. Amir agreed. Their strategy, tight record in the ambush. Enforce zero tolerance. The conference room was packed. Students, parents, and reporters listening as Miss does. Rivera introduced Ava. She spoke, voice steady. No one's a victim here. She presented evidence, Matt's vandalism, Drew's threats, Ryan's slurs prompting students to demand action. Ethan shared hacked messages, Matt's lunch ambush plan. Ms. Rivera promised suspensions, but Ava sensed Matt was already moving. In the cafeteria, Matt and his group cornered Lila's brother, shouting insults. Ava led Sarah, Mia, and Emma, Mia's camera recording. Ava confronted Matt, saying, stop. Now. Matt lunged. Ava restrained him with a quick hold, releasing him as he backed down. His allies hesitated. Emma and Sarah standing firm, Mia capturing every moment. Lila's brother escaped. Students intervening. Teachers detaining Matt's group. Security escorting them out. Mr. Carter shouted, it's over. Ava stood steady, the crowd cheering her name. Ms. Ellis embraced her, saying, "You turned their game against them." Ms. Rivera added, "This school is yours." The conference continued, Ava leading a self-defense session, students eager to learn, their confidence growing. Matt's group faced legal consequences, their influence broken. But Ethan's hack detected a lone holdout, a junior named Luke, spreading online attacks. Ava rallied the girls to the library, Ethan tracking Luke's location, Mia's camera ready. Luke was intimidating a freshman, filming insults. Ava intervened, warning Luke to stop, her presence enough to make him retreat. The freshman thanked her, security stepping in, students applauding. Ava's focus remained, the last of Ryan's allies silenced. That night, Ava's foster home was calm, her mom's embrace warm. "You're their hope." Ava connected with the girls online. Ethan confirming Luke's group was dismantled. No threats remaining. Mia's footage aired on news outlets. Jefferson's transformation a national story. Sarah and Emma planned new workshops, their leadership strong, ready to carry forward. Ava's injuries were healing, her spirit unyielding. The next morning, the school hallway was quiet, a mural proclaiming strength and unity rising on the walls. A note in Ava's locker read, "You gave me hope," from Lila. She smiled, but a final online post surfaced her name, free of slurs, now labeled Jefferson's champion. Hate was gone, respect undeniable. Students greeted Ava with nods. The task force's banners everywhere. Ms. Ellis met her, saying, "You've built a movement." Mr. Carter added, "My hero." In the gym, Ava trained new students, Sarah, Mia, and Emma mentoring, their unity unbreakable. Ethan set up cameras for the district's anti-bullying program, ensuring safety. A new issue emerged: a transfer student, Kai, was targeted by a stray instigator. Ava and the girls found Kai in the courtyard, a student looming, shouting slurs. Ava's voice stopped him. "Walk away." He backed off, Kai thanking her, students clapping. Ava's strength held, the school secure. The district program launched, Ava's speech drawing crowds. Her message clear: courage creates change. Parents and students cheered, but Ava stepped back, letting Sarah and Emma lead. Miss Rivera announced a scholarship fund in Ava's name. The crowd chanting, "Ava, Ava." Her foster mom's words rang, "You changed forever." The girls stood together, planning new workshops, mentoring freshmen. Ava left the conference, her work done. The school a fortress of respect. Months later, Jefferson hosted a unity rally, Ava watching from the sidelines, her legacy alive in every student who stood tall. She moved forward, her foster mom by her side. The city's energy a victory pulse, her fight a light for every kid who'd rise. She crushed bullies, empowered the weak, and reshaped a school with fearless resolve. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe with notifications on to never miss our next inspiring story.